In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to animate a logo in After Effects. Cue the intro. Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we are talking about animating logo. Before we start animating a logo, it is important to know what type of logo that we want to use. I searched the Google before and I found 3 types of logo people commonly use. The first one is the type letter logo. So it's basically a logo based on text, example like Google. The next one is an icon logo, which basically tells itself it's an icon. And the third one is the combination between the two. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys the method number 3, because if you learn number 3, you can get number 2 and number 1, right? So without further ado, let's jump right into After Effects. Alright, so we are now in After Effects. As you can see, I already import the logo, both AI and PNG. It's the same both ways, so don't worry. So let's create a new composition. Here, let's make it default HDTV 1280 and 720 for height, background color white, then click OK. Right, so we have now our composition. So let's import our logo. I'm going to use the AI file. Okay, now what we're gonna do is to trace all this logo. So there's a way how to do that. Go to the layer and click auto trace here. So what does auto trace does is basically trace your logo, whether PNG or AI file, into a vector layer. Okay, so let's make it a default. Make sure it's alpha. Alright, for the tolerance, if you adjust the tolerance, you can spot on this logo it will be looks like cutout, so you don't want to do that. Let's make it default, and same threshold 50%. Okay, click OK. Alright, so we have now the logo that has been traced. So you can see the logo. Let's make it a background. Put it back. Alright. So let's rename that layer into trace. Alright, so make it easier. Okay, next what you're gonna do is go to the effects panel on the right side and search for fill. Okay, and drag it onto your trace layer. So as you can see on the left panel, you see that the fill effect has already been placed in the trace layer. Okay, so next you want to add the stroke effect. Go to here, click stroke, and then drag it onto your trace layer. Alright, so we want only the outline for the logo to be animated. So what you're gonna do is click all mask and for both, and go to here and click reveal original image. Okay, you don't see it, so let's make it opacity down a little bit. Okay, let's uncheck this layer first. Okay, so here it is. So as you can see, only the stroke, we want only the stroke to be animated. So let's make it white first, so you guys can see. So in order to animate your stroke, what you're gonna do is to play around with the start and end timeline. You can see, let's set this end to 0 and play around with the start. You can't see because it animates so fast. I think it's hard. Let's lock this layer first. Make it start to be 21. There you go. It will be animated. So what you're gonna do is make it start to, we want to make it from invisible to be visible. So let's start from 100%. So click on the timer. Let's set it to 0 and drag it all the way. Let's make it 4 seconds. Alright, and make it 100%. So let's play. Wait. So let's play. Nice. It's quite nice, but I think it is still choppy. So what you're gonna do, make sure you make it easy ease. If you want to be more detailed, go to the graph editor and click at this graph, make it somewhere like this. Okay, let's play. Alright, I think it's good enough. Okay, so we have our first stroke outline. Good job. So what we're gonna do is to make another copy. Let's close the graph editor, make a copy, Ctrl C and Ctrl V to be in case. So let's make it color blue. Change the color at the fill and drag it on the timeline somewhere around here. Okay, let's play. Alright, so now it has two colors. Let's make it another color and make it color red. Drag somewhere around here. Alright, nice. So I want the white to be standing out first, so let's drag it on different timeline. Make it this one first. Oh, maybe you need to make it this layer on top. So let us see. Okay, perfect. So somewhere around here we want to make it the fill to be in Radial Wipe. So what is Radial Wipe? Let me show you. So let's create a new, so let's duplicate a new layer from here, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and let's remove the stroke effect. Alright, so what we're gonna do is go to the effects and preset panel and search for Radial Wipe, and then drag it onto this layer. Let's name it as a wipe. Okay, so let's adjust at the wipe center. Click here, drag it somewhere around here. So go to this transition completion and playing around with the percentage. So you see that it is now animating a radial wipe. Cool, right? Okay, so we want it to be animated, so let's set it to 100%. Click the timer and then drag it somewhere around here. Let's play it. Maybe it's too fast, so let's open it up. Make sure that it is easy ease. Click OK and click easy ease, or if you want a shortcut you can press F9. Let's drag it longer. I think this one is better. So let's go to the graph editor again, make it somewhere around, make it somewhere like this. Make it faster. So if you guys don't know how this graph editor works, basically the shorter the time, this exactly indicates the shorter time, and this one indicates the longer time. Alright, okay, I think this one is good enough. So let's duplicate the wipe. Let's make it color blue. I think color red. And also in the video it reveals the original color of the logo. So let's open this layer back, the Illustrator file. So what you're gonna do is to copy this effect panel in here, click copy, and then paste it to the Illustrator logo. Alright, let's close this graph editor, drag it somewhere around here. Alright, so the Illustrator file also has the effects layer. So let's play around with the timeline and suit it according to your heart's content. Alright, let's play it. So we want to make it I think we should finish the stroke to be finished animated. So let's drag it all the way to, let's say, around here, the point where all the stroke has been animated completely. Alright, so just play around with your timeline and basically you get the result until you're satisfied, just like this. Alright, I think that's good enough. So let's make it a text. So let's create a text of your logo, which is in this case take on the graph. Change the fonts anywhere you want. In this case, this is my font, and scale it down to somewhere around here. Drag it somewhere right here. Okay, let's position it back, reposition it to the center. Okay, so all this logo has been complete. Let's make it a pre-compose. Select all the layers from the logo and right click, create pre-compose. So let's name it as animated logo. Okay, so what it does is separate it from the another composition. So let's go back to this composition. There you go. It's basically nested into one composition, so that way your layers will not be overflowed or overloaded. Alright, so let's animate the text layer. So in my case, we want it to be fade from position down to position up. So what you're going to do is to go to here, transform, and playing around with the position and opacity. So the shortcut for this is alternate shift B and alternate shift D. So you can see that the timer is already clicked. Alright, so what you're gonna do is to drag your text to be down here, and then make it opacity 0. Go to the timeline and go somewhere around here, then make the opacity to 100, drag it up to here. So let's make it easy ease. So you can just click and press F9. Let's see, there you go. Oh, the composition is quite short, so you can adjust it at the composition. Click here, composition settings, then go to the duration. Let's make it 12 seconds. Alright, so let's extend this layer all the way to the end. Oh, okay. You need to adjust the same from the animated logo. So go to the animated logo composition, adjust it again, make it 12 seconds. And extend all the layers. Okay, I think it's good now. Right, so let's extend this layer. So now that our text, let's make it faster. Okay, I think it's good enough. I want the end logo animation to be white, but I almost forgot to do that. So let me fast forward this part so you guys don't see me tweaking in here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, after I tweak the animation, it should look something like this. Okay, looking clean. So we want the logo and the text to zooming out. So here's how to do that. You right click at the timeline, click new, null object, then parent all these, parent the text and the logo to the null object, and then go to the null layer, press S and open the key, adjust the time and zoom down to somewhere around here. So don't forget to make it easy ease. Okay, let's see. Alright, so maybe I want to make it a little bit earlier and a little bit shorter. Okay, looking good. Alright, so we are done with our animated logo. So what we're gonna do is to export the logo. So here's how you export your project file. So go to File, Export, and there are 4 options to choose from, and I commonly use these two. So let's go to Add to Render Queue. So here you go. So just click Render to render, but After Effects has their own render. If you choose this option, you can edit at the same time. So let's choose add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. So here we are in Adobe Media Encoder. So it's simple, just you have these project files and go to render. If you want to choose as a different format, just go to here, and there are so many options to choose from. If you want your file to be a GIF file, so go to animated GIF, or in my case just go to H264, which is MP4, and choose whatever quality that you want and then export. So now your logo is looking clean. After you finish rendering the logo, put into editing and add some sound effects like this. I hope you guys benefit from this video. I know some of you guys think that this is tough for you, but trust me, get the hang of it. Just don't give up, alright? So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give a like and subscribe if you will. So stay home, stay safe, and stay creative. Bye.